Good morning, tubers of the RC Universe. Welcome to RC Heli Check UK for another episode. This one is going to be a bit special. Today we are going to be looking at a brand new model. Like the old RS4, the R42 that we did, this model that we're going to be looking at today belongs to a fellow club member and friend, Nick. And he has kindly allowed us to again do an unboxing and build video of this model. We are of course talking about the new Goosky RS7, which is a 700 size helicopter. So we're going to do an unboxing and then we're going to do a combination of time lapse and live video building the model. So yeah, let's get on with it, guys, and see how this one comes out. Here we are, guys. This is your Goosky, whatever you want to call it, RS7. Comes in a nice box, nice presentable box. 3D performance, redefines your flight experience with Goosky or Goosky. What would you say it was called, guys? Goosky or Goosky?
Both work.
Both work. There you go. You make your own decisions on that one. But you got all the usual attention that this is not a toy or that kind of thing written on the side of the box. But the actual quality of the box is pretty damn good. So get the camera set to one side because I can't get it all in frame the way that it is, and then we'll unbox it and have a look and see what's inside. Right, so open the box. You've got a nice foam padded top to protect everything, which we shall remove, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes inside, and I've just dropped it on the floor. Nice manual comes with it. And you get this fancy looking sticker as well. If you fly Mikado V-bar radios, you're going to know what that's for and where that's going to go. I don't know whether Nick's going to put that on his radio or not. Probably not, but that's a nice little feature that you got with it. The quality of the manual, pretty damn good. It's like quite thick and it's made out of better kind of material than what you would normally get a manual, these thin paper crap things. But this is actually quite a thick manual. You've got all the spare parts listed at the back of the manual. So you've got a complete list of everything that you need for this model with spares wise, and then obviously from the beginning you got the whole build situation. You got your dimensions down on here, and then like I say, it goes into detail, starting off with building the rotor head and then putting all that together along with the pinions and the main gears and whatnot. Very detailed, picturesque video manual, should we say. So that's pretty good. Now, as is with tradition, we'll take the boxes out. I can guess that that's going to be the canopy because it's the biggest box. So let's get all the boxes out and then we'll have a look at each individual box and see what's inside. Well, so we've got 4 individual boxes. We'll start off with the biggest box, which I can guarantee will be the canopy. Nick has already opened this and had a look at the stuff inside here, but has put it all back to how you would get it. And as you can see, we have got a nicely protected canopy inside. Let's move that out of the way. We've also got a bag which contains your grommets for the canopy, and it's got split pins as well for the canopy to be held on with the split pins, which is good. But the actual canopy itself is pretty nice. Look at that. That is cool. I like the colour scheme on that. I think that's the one that's going more commonly at the moment in the model. But nice, solid fiberglass canopy, held together by the magnets at the back, pretty much like the Spectre 700, but pretty good quality that. So let's put that to one side. Right, I would say that you'll probably, let's get the box the right way around for this. Rob your knob. No, alright, first time. Actually no. So what we've got in here, obviously the boom. Let's take out the stuff that we've got. A few packets of flat pack stuff with some getting like side frames and whatnot. Let's just get everything out quickly. Oh yeah. So in the long box we have a nice thick boom. It's got Goosky RS7 on the side of it. Aluminium boom. Looks like it's around about, I'd say probably 20, 25, 30 mil in diameter, but nice big solid strong boom there. And then we've got your carbon rod, which I'm guessing is for your tail servo drive, and then the other packs, which are all nicely presented in flat packs, all bagged up in ziploc bags. You've got all the side frames, and then you've got the skids as well. You've got Goosky RS7 on it, funny enough. And then you've got another bit of the framework, which I'm guessing is securing sections, your battery mount, and you've got the top half of the frames where most of the gearing and whatnot is going to go. So that's all in the long box. And then one of the smaller boxes, it is heavy, and we've got the main gear on this, which is a slant drive gear, and we've got all the bearings and whatnot for it. You've got the belt tensioner, and you've also got the belt pulley for the tail drive in that bag. Looks like all the bags are labelled up. And then you've got the main shaft in this one, along with the swash plate, and you can't see what that is. Oh, that's the main head with the feathering shaft going through it as well. Got a unique tool for that, I'll show you that in a minute. So that's in bag number 2. And then bag number 3 contains the pinion. I don't know whether you've only got one pinion with this or two, but you've got the pinion and the mount and the bearings for the pinion. And then we've got more framework as well. All the bags, as you can see, are all individually labelled, and you go in the manual and each bag is in the manual telling what consists of what part. We've got 2 boom supports in here as well, and then we've got in here more framework again. We've got the belt straighteners, what keep the belt tight in there, bits and pieces, screws, and then we have there's a lot of stuff in these bags. I'm not going to open them all individually. That's the rotor head. You can see the main rotor head blade grip holders in there as well, and you've got the servo arms mounted in there, in there as well, with the ball links. And then the last bag in here, we've got again more framework, more screws, the canopy mounting, yeah, them things that hold the canopy. So yeah, quite a lot in that bag. And then the last box, we have a bag that consists of Sino glue, nice tube of Sino glue. We've got blue and green thread lock, and also some grease, which I'm gathering is probably bearing grease. So that's a nice little feature, you're getting all that with it. And then you've got the old blade grip holder, and what else have we got? You've got your skids, your skid mounts, your tail skids, for your main skids I should say. And then you've got your belt for your tail, and the belt pulley as well, which goes in the tail rotor, I'm assuming. And then we've got more parts here for, they look like for the tail rotor, because you've got like a tail rotor shaft there as well, and another pulley. Yeah, it is part of the tail rotor, because there's the what's it arm, control arm. And then we have the tail rotor gearbox, which is just the actual box itself. There's no gearing in there. And you've got the control arm as well for the tail rotor. Blade grip washers and the blade grip bolts as well. So you must need those depending on what blades you use. Sometimes you can get the blades the same thickness as the actual blade mount itself, so you don't need them, but in this case we've got them just in case. And then you got your supports for your push rod as well, and then we've got little red washers for the screws that are in that bag, I'm assuming. Don't know what they're for, but we'll find out in a bit. More gold washers and stuff. What's that there? More screws, just more screws and washers again. Tail, the actual tail section itself, the tail fin, quite a long one, about the same size as the Spectre's, nice vibrant green. And we then have belt drive. That's the belt drive. And we've got the securing bolt there for the Jesus bolt, I believe that is. We'll find out in a bit when we go into it. 4 Goosky battery straps and 4 Velcro pads in that one. And we have zip ties, and we got frame, part of the framework again with some more screws, and they include also an aerial splitter as well. So if you're flying something like V-bar that's got 2 aerials, you've actually got an aerial splitter. So yeah, that's everything that's in the boxes. So let's get, no it isn't, I've missed one. Then you've got that one there, which has got, that's for your tail rotor. No, it's not, for your control arm, for your tail that is. They go onto the carbon rod and are bolted in place, and then you've got these screws here for your control links. So yeah, that's everything in that box as well. So let's get everything set up and we'll have a look at the equipment that's going in there. So because it's a 700, the blades that Nick are using here are the RT Ultimate 700 blades, which are a nice purpley vibrant colour. You've got RT tail rotor blades on it as well. Then we're using the GDW servos, the 3 there for your swath plate and then 1 for your tail. You got a buffer pack there as well for your receiver, and we are using a Hobbywing 200 amp ESC along with an Ego Drift motor. What's the kV on the Ego Drift, Nick? 510. 510 kV on the Ego Drift. He's running it on a V-bar Neo because Nick flies with V-bar. And we've got this here. This is the Steam Terminator swath plate levelling kit as well, which is a nice thing that Nick's got in his inventory. It comes with a swath plate level. This one here supports from 470 up to 700 and 800, and then you've got this one here that does 380 up to 500, and then obviously you've got your blade balancer here, which has got a nice bubble centering section, and then you got this fancy bit of kit here which I really like. That there is a feathering shaft gripper, so if you got to undo a screw on a feathering shaft and whatnot, you've got different dimensions there that you can use for different different thickness feathering shafts, which allows you to undo the bolts without damaging the shaft. So that's quite a good feature. So anywho, let's get Nick in here and get this build on the go. Right guys, first part of the video is building the rotor head up with the blade grips and whatnot. So we're going to stick you in time-lapse mode to get the whole thing complete, and then come back live when it's done. Right, there we go guys, Nick has completed the rotor head already, and as you can see it's quite chunky. I mean, that swath plate is pretty thick, but it went together really well, really easily. Got a 15mm shaft on there, same diameter as the Spectre 700, but the quality of this head is awesome. It really is good. But he did have a bit of an issue, and that issue was trying to get these ball links on. They are really tight to get on. You know, unless you got like ball link pliers that will spread easily, which he didn't. The ones that he got just wouldn't fit, and had to push them on by hand, and he's like hurt his thumb while doing it. So, but yeah, Goose Guy, legend. That is awesome. Right, we'll go on to the next stage of the video, guys, and then we'll come back when that's complete as well. Right guys, as you can see so far we have got certain sections of the mainframe done. The pinion for the main drive is mounted in its bearings. You've got the boom supports done and the brackets. You've got the main shaft support and the tail rotor belt drive all done ready, not drive, guides. And you've also got the auto rotation main gear all sorted out as well. So I think the next stage is to start assembling all this into the mainframe. So that's what we are going to do now. Right guys, as you can see, Nick has got all the side frames all put together now. You've got the servo mounts on here, you've got the belt guides are all fitted, and all the ESC trays and whatnot all fitted as well. And it's looking pretty cool, to be fair. It's come together really well. There's been a lot of screws put in, as you can see, but it is all gone together superbly. that is where we are going to leave it for today. Not the video, but just for today, because time is getting on and we've got other things to do. So we'll be back in the morning and we'll carry on with this build. Morning guys, it is the next day. We're back up at the club and we're going to carry on building Nick's RS7, or Nick's going to carry on building his RS7. So let's just crack on with it and see what the next bit is. Right guys, we are getting ready to carry on with this model. What we're going to be doing this time is fitting the undercarriage, starting that process, then it'll be going on to the tail boom and the tail rotor section and all that lot. So you lot are going to go into time-lapse mode and it's going to go fast forward. Well, there you go guys, you can see the undercarriage is now fitted and it looks pretty cool. So we'll get on the next stages, which I'm assuming is we've got in the manual, we have the tail rotor assembly, which is obviously going to lead to fitting the boom. So we'll crack on with that bit. We'll have to make a few adjustments with the camera because Nick's working up off the table, so we'll try and get as much in as we can when it comes to him building it. So anyway, let's crack on. actually a nice bit of kit. It's quite sturdy. Nice big thick tail rotor shaft on there as well. Looking at like an 8mm shaft by the looks of it, which is what you get on most smaller helicopters as a main shaft. But yeah, very rugged, very stiff, very nicely put together as well. So next bit is going to be fitting the boom and all that kind of thing. So we'll go back into time-lapse mode and come back after that's done.
Back
there we have it, guys. One completed Goosky RS7, and as you can see, it looks boom. It is really nice. It has gone together really easily. There's been no issues with it at all. The boom is a little bit tight to put in, but that is because there's a couple of bolts that you can just see down there, hopefully, that you're meant to leave loose when you're doing it up, when you're putting it in, because if it's up tight it won't close. But yeah, that is a nice piece of kit. So we're going to call it quits on that one. That is the end for this video. We've got the build and the unboxing. The next video that we are going to be doing on the channel will be putting the electrics in, setting it all up and flying it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope the video's been okay for you, and I will see you in the next episode of the RS7, hopefully in a week or so. Take it easy, guys. See you soon.